Good morning, everybody. I am coming to you from my incredibly small kitchen, and we're going to critique a recipe from this book. And I remember I told you guys I got this book and I would do a recipe out of it. Now, the thing is this is somebody else's recipe, so I can't really give it to you. This is going to be more of a critique of her recipe. So let's get started. Now, over here, this is the chicken pot pie with the sweet potato crust recipe. Over here, I have the chicken, the basic white sauce, which is not exactly white sauce because it has chicken stock in it, but it's similar. And I have, hold on, I'm going to move this up just a tiny bit. There we go. That's a little bit better angle. So this is it's slightly different than a basic white sauce because it's got chicken stock in it, which you don't normally put in a white sauce like a bechamel. Her recipe calls for 3 cups of chicken, and I came up short. So I actually added peas because her original recipe only had carrots and onions and some parsley and, some basic stuff. So I actually added some peas to it. I added a cup of peas to make up for the cup of chicken that I was missing, which I'm sure is something that would have been done back in the day during rationing, because I'm sure there were times that some housewife making this particular recipe came up short in the chicken department. Now, this is the sweet potato crust. I did follow her directions to the letter, but I have to be honest, this is a very battery crust. It's very soft. And the fact that she says roll it out, I have this much flour sitting over here. I'm hoping this is about a cup of flour, maybe a little bit more. I'm hoping it doesn't need that much because that would significantly change her recipe. And like I said, I can't give you guys the recipe. I'm going to bake it off. I'm going to put a picture of the recipe in the thumbnail when I get done. I will definitely add to the show notes how it tasted, anything I would have changed, stuff like that, but I can't give you the recipe. I can tell you it's on 97 of her book, and so far, this is the first recipe I'm actually trying from her book, but her book looks very promising to me. But like I said, I can't give you the recipe because it's copyrighted material. And as a person that has cooked for a living, let me tell you, it is really annoying when you see somebody doing a recipe that is entirely too close to a recipe that you have, especially if you know the person, or if you've ever worked in corporate. When you work in corporate restaurants and you do, say, the special of the day or whatever, and it's like your recipe, there is a good chance that if it sells well, somebody in the corporation, usually whoever's in charge of the kitchen, is going to grab your recipe and they're going to bring it up to corporate. Corporate's going to want to know why it's sold so well, whatever. Basically, you're getting your recipe stolen from some corporate company just because it happened to be good and because it sold that day. And it happens all the time. I know so many people that this happened to when they worked for major corporations as cooks, chefs, head chefs. Being a corporate chef sucks. Most people will tell you that. I've known people that worked for Disney. I've known people that worked for really major corporations, especially some of the bigger ones back in the 90s. I used to work for one, actually as a waitress, not as a chef. And it was like kind of upscale Olive Garden. But they definitely stole some recipes from some people I worked with. Okay, so this actually needed, really, I would say, close to another cup of flour, which is amazing because it really shouldn't have needed that much. So that's definitely, if you decide to make her this recipe, like I said, page 97, this is something you're going to have to look out for. Flour my rolling pin. For any of you asking, yes, this is a vintage rolling pin. This has been in my family for, I don't know how long. I'm not even sure whose it is. I suspect that it's my grandmother's on my mom's side, but there's a chance it could be my grandmother's on my dad's side. And wow, this is going to be quite a lot bigger than my little pastry dish here. You know, I almost went with the deep dish pastry dish, and instead I decided to go with my slightly smaller one because my thinking was, that based on the measurements, that it would be too kind of shallow when I baked it off. And now I'm thinking I'm wrong because, oh no, some of the sauce is coming out, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. Now this is going to go into a 350 oven. And when I get done, like I said, guys, when I get done, I am going to cut a piece and use it as the thumbnail. All right, that's going to bake for 40 minutes. So I'm going to cut a piece and use it as the thumbnail. I'm going to show it to you. I'll let you guys know how it turned out. And I am going to link the video where I talk about this book and I go over why I liked it and why it looked so promising. And until next time, I will see you in the next video, which I think is going to be this video. I've been making a skirt, and it's been taking me forever. And it's a really simple skirt, but it's still been taking me forever. I don't know why. I mean, it is quite literally a 3-piece skirt. It's just 2 big skirt pieces and a waistband, and it's taken me forever. But I digress. So I will see you in the next one, guys. I'm going to put a link to the original video on this. And if you're interested, it's coming out of this particular cookbook, and it's page 97. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.